Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, everybody. What's up, everybody? Sunday fun day. Woo! I cannot get this light right for some reason in the daytime. Maybe I got to pull up a little bit. What's up, good people? What's up, good people? It's Sunday. Come on, get in here and hit the like as you come in the room. Everybody hit the like button. What up, what up, what up, what up, everybody? What's up, family? What's good people? On a good Sunday. E-commerce. What's up, e-commerce? What's going on, everybody? Hit the like button as you step in the room. Thank you. Yes, indeed, everybody. Come on in the chat. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. Hit the like button. Like it, like it, like it, like it. Love it. Like it. New subscribers. Come on in here. Come on in here. Divine Destiny. Spread that love on Sunday. It's Sunday love. Karma Rain. Go ahead. What's up, everybody? What's up, New Waters? And Veronica. Divine Destiny. Phenomenal Mommy. The Game of Life. Karma Rain. Sunny South Dallas. There she go. What's up, e-commerce, though? E-commerce, what's up? I see you, Divine Destiny. Kimberly King. What's up, Francine? Hold up. I done cut some people in half on there. And Kimberly. Francina. Blessed always, LDR. Jennifer Bass. Everybody hit the like button and say something nice to everybody in the room. All right, LDR, blessed always. Jennifer Bass. What's up, Shantae? Anna. Is that Anna Nicole? What's up, Najee? Azra. What's up, Katrina? Katrina and Lisa. I see you, Divine Destiny. Veronica. The Game of Life. Monique. Karma Rain. What's up? What's up, Austin? Austin Hughes. What's up, buddy? Overcompensate. Overcompensation. How do they overcompensate? You mean for the pettiness, the craziness? Woo! What's up, Ben 2? Billy the Goat. What's up, Tanya Farmer? The 2020 graduate. What's up, Charlotte? Sharibia. And Monique. Ben 2. What's up, Carol Beach? LDR. Blessed Prana. What's up, Susan? Susan Walker. Go ahead, y'all. Hit that like button up there. Hit the like button, y'all. Ah, man. Because we're going to get it in today a little bit. My man said the NARC overcompensates, though. Yeah, you're going to have to teach me that one, champ. Blessed always. Too blessed to be stressed on a Sunday. Y'all like the title of today's video? The NARC is a lie. Yeah, that devil is a lie. Hey man, it's Sunday, man, and I'm feeling good, y'all. What's up, Irvin? What's up with you? And Charlotte Quayland. What's up, Melanie Corley? I got a special guest coming in here today, y'all. I got a special guest coming in here today. There she go. There she go. She in the backyard. Yeah, I'm bringing her back in. K. Smith. Comarain, he gonna have to. I'm gonna let him explain that one. I don't know what he was thinking. Hey, Austin, what you gonna do, dog? What you gonna do? You gonna have to explain that one. Okay, said they like to buy stuff. They like to buy stuff to make up for their action. Helps them hide. I don't know, dog. I don't know. What's up, Linda Sharp? I don't know about that one, champ. What's up, Chiquila? Stephen Slice. Everybody come on in. Say hey to somebody and everybody. Desimonia. I know I'm shredding them names to pieces. What's up, Ken? Lauren. Hey, I'm going to bring my special guest on up in here today. Char-Town. She came in here one night, man, and just killed it. I was like, man, I had to get you in there on a Sunday because Lord have mercy. Yes, indeed. And it's a Sunday, too, because, yeah, man. Yeah, today we're going to give some thanks today, y'all, because it's Sunday, and, you know, as we get closer with our inner self, you know, to get closer to self is to get closer to God, you know, and, you know, I usually don't start to get on up in here like Reverend Brown. What's that on Coming to America? But I'm gonna pray for you. And I want you to hold on to God's unchanging hands. Shoot. Yeah, man. I watched that the other night too. Any of y'all see that new Coming to America? Excuse me. Why am I coughing? I'm over everything. Man, I got some good news today too. Man, I got some incredible news, and it was actually yesterday. And that was, what's up, sir? You over in Hawaii? What time is it in Hawaii? What time is it in Hawaii? In job. Aloha. Hey, y'all. Hey, family. I got some incredible news yesterday. I found out that after all these dedicated years of service, woo, good God, they said I can retire next month. Did you hear me, though? Did y'all hear me? They said next month, champ, you can cut it off. You can cut these fools loose. Oh my goodness, man. I'm gonna have a celebration like no other. You hear me? Listen, everybody, come on in the chat. Hit the like button. There we go. Okay. Okay, everybody liking it. There we go. Like it, like it, like it, like it, like it. Because, yeah, that's how we got to do it. You know? Thanks, bless always. Because, yes. Thanks, Shantae. Mm-hmm. Billy the Goat. What's up, dog, Pam? Yeah, man. It is, because our Lord knows I work with some damn fools, man. Some of them. Woo. I ain't even going to pretend. Yes. Woo. I can't. I'm still like, is this real? Is this possible? Is this really possible that I could be retiring? 52. I'm retiring and hanging up my jeans and or whatever, my suit, and saying, hey, I'm hanging up the suit and saying, man, look here. I am done with it. And that's that. How you like that? So look, y'all, today I got a special guest hanging with us in the house. You know, we're gonna talk about a little bit of narcissism first of all. Then we're gonna let her flow. We just gonna let Char-Town flow because that's what she do. And she got her Cash App up in the house. And is that your YouTube channel?
Yes, all platforms at CharTown ENT.
There you go. Char-Town. Hey, y'all notice I want to say this to everybody who I've had on my show. I think it's only maybe a couple that I bought back, but I still have a couple that I'm bringing back. My girl Carol down in Mississippi, and Dolly, I think Dolly again, and there's a few other ones. There's a few people I'm bringing back, but I'm using these videos as blackmail from now on. For some crazy reason, for some strange reason, the internet does things to people. You know what I mean? And they be on something different, man. I be like, man, good God Almighty. Can we just come in here and have a nice time, promote our product, and talk to some people about something positive? But Char-Town, what's going on with you? How you doing, young lady?
I am doing great. I can't complain. It's another day, so.
Another day, $7 more.
Yeah.
Hold up, Charlotte, you were in Coming to America 1? For real? The awareness meeting. The Miss Black Awareness. I thought it was the Miss Black Awareness pageant. What role did you play in Coming to America 1, Charlotte? I told y'all celebrities be here. Hey, Charlotte, what role was you in? What role did you play? I want to know. What's up, L.E.?
Hey, Amara. How are you?
There you go. Amari remembered you. Said, whoa. I remember her. She came in there and said, whoa, say it again. Because you know what? Today, it's Sunday affirmation. So, what I like to do on Sunday is, I like to talk about victory, triumph, breakthrough, and I know you got a mean one. Ain't that what you said to me last week on your show? Hey, y'all, last week.
Yeah, you came on and cut up.
In the airport bathroom.
See how he does me? I try to actually be in studio ready. He in the airport bathroom on my show.
It was crazy. People walking in.
I was like, what is really going on? He don't care about my brand at all.
Oh, come on,
I'm hearing commodes flushing in the back. I'm like, what is going on?
Char-Town.com back in the banner in the back. You know, you see the back of mine, but a window in the sky back there.
But I'm in my home studio this time. So last time I was away, I was on travel. So
Okay. Cool. What's up, QP from London? What neighborhood you live in, QP? Uh-huh. What neighborhood you in? Holy Charlotte.
thank you, Missy B.
There you go. Woo, Sarah. Go ahead, Sarah. Spiritually attack your soul. So today, Char-Town.
Crystal said she saw you at the airport. She said she watched my show the other night. It was a whole mess, but you know, I love him. So we've been friends a long time.
Yeah, we did that. We made it through.
You did that.
We made it through. LE, that's right. Hey, London, I'm gonna be over there soon. They said they're gonna take the travel restrictions. Oh, they're gonna take it off. I think is what we in March. They said in April the travel restrictions will be off. So London, you hear me? I'm coming to see you. I'm coming to the UK, and I'm gonna be all up in the UK. We're gonna be acting up. We're gonna have a good time over there. Yes, indeed. So, like I said, we started it out with we like to start out. I like to start out light because it's gonna get heavy up in here today, y'all. Yeah, we're gonna get a little heavy in here because we're gonna talk about the victory lap. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about how we made it through. What got you through your craziness? What was the thing? And that's what I want y'all to talk about in the chat today. What was the game changer? What changed the game for you? What helped you get through in your journey and get focused on your purpose? You know, I know for me, it was life events. It was life events, but even though all of us go through life events, we don't always get that signal, like that light bulb, that what did Oprah call it? The moment or something. And I know for me that light bulb went off for me when I said, you know what? I believe that everything that I see, everything that's happening to me in this life, even though it's coming to me from an evil entity, I said, I believe it. I absolutely looked at it, examined it, and trusted that this craziness that I'm dealing with right here is the absolute truth. I trust it. I believe that it is. It's showing me what it is. I believe it. I see it. You know, it's not somebody playing a prank on me. This is what happened. This is what's happening. Now, what are you going to do? Are you going to just fall? Or are you going to stand strong? And for me, it was, you know what? I have been stuck in something crazy, trying to figure my way out, trying to figure out how do you get out of this? How do you get through it? How do I get past it? And I just said, man, you know what? This is it. This is it. Either you're going to succumb to this, submit to it, and just fall apart, or you're going to stand up. Stand up and walk forward. Stand up and walk forward. What's up, Charlene? Walk forward, and you know it's gonna, because at the end of the day, no matter what your situation is, no matter what happened, no matter what it was, you gotta still deal with it. You have to deal with it. So it's not like you're gonna get a break and you know it's gonna turn into something else. And oh man, you know what? God just came through and lifted me up out of this mess. And because at the end of the day, you are responsible for you. You know, you can get coaching, you can get mental help, you can get people that tell you the direction that you can go in. But at the end of the day, you got to get you out of that mess.
Yeah.
And like I said, for me, that light bulb went off the moment that I just realized, man, I believe this. I trust this process. I trust exactly what happened. It happened, and I don't need to deal with it any further.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to me. Tell me what it is. Give me that light bulb moment for you when Char-Town said, man, you know what? I'm ready to do something different. I'm ready to live different. I want this life to be different.
So you're asking me personally now, right?
Yes.
Okay. So last time I was here, I'm going to paint the picture for y'all. I talked about the fact that I have a book, Just One Thing, but I'm going to tell you the backstory of Just One Thing and where I was in my life when what I talk about in the book was happening. And so we have to go back 20 something years because that's what the book is talking about, a 25-year journey of going from being a professional engineer to being in the entertainment world and how I got open. You know what I mean? Open to any possibilities, open to whatever happened in my life, however God blessed me, how I got open. So I didn't give you all the backstory last time. I've never given the backstory live before, but I'm getting ready to give you part of the backstory so you understand that I understand what you've been through. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So when I was 22 years old, I attended, let me say this, I attended Morgan State University. And I was an engineering major, industrial engineering major. I immediately went into working on my master's degree. I was on the fast track. And so I got a job as a senior engineer. So I was rolling, 22 years old, full-time job as an engineer, full-time job, full-time working on my master's degrees. And so I stayed to myself at work. And I wasn't there to be friends. I wasn't there to be, and this is my first experience probably thinking back because Harrio asked me the other night about narcissist. And have I ever experienced one? I've never knowingly been involved with one, but I'm about to tell you my encounter with a narcissist that changed my life forever.
Ooh.
And so I was working, 22 years old, and I was on the fast track. I was the only Black woman on my team. It was a team of white men. And then in the other building, attached to our building, were a couple of other young Black men. And so they were like a few years older than me. I was just out of college. They were a few years older than me. So they would always come and ask me to go to lunch. I would always say no. And so one day I went to lunch with one and I offered to drive my car. He drive his car and we meet at the place that was maybe a mile away. Anyway, we went and nothing happened, but he told me he liked me. And I said, no, thank you. And so I said it nicely, but I said, no, thank you. And so maybe 3-4 weeks later, he asked me to go to lunch again. This time he said, I'll drive. And so long story short, instead of driving to the restaurant, which was a mile away from our job or a mile and a half away, he off and brutally attacked me. Okay. So that's when sexually attacked me. So that's when, and I was spared of just a hair by being totally raped and assaulted. You understand what I mean? Somehow I was able to beat him up and get, he was huge and I was little. And so I'm 5'4.5", and I was really small back then. And so I got control of the situation where I was beating him. I was screaming bloody murder, but I'm a mile and a half away from my job. I have on my business suit and high heels, and I'm trapped. And this is back when there was no cell phones. There was no nothing. And so he got so scared that I was going to tell on him that he apologized and got me back to work. Now, here's the clincher. Here's where the narcissism comes in. Here's what the demonic thing. If the attack wasn't enough, we were late for a meeting that both of us were supposed to attend, and he was the head of, they called the Black Employment Program Committee. That was the committee that was put together to protect employees from unfair treatment, disparaging treatment, sexual harassment, and he was the president. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand the type of sickness that we're talking about right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that it wasn't someone I was involved with, but that was my first encounter with a narcissist who didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? And so we went into that meeting. I'm shaken because I've been sexually assaulted a half hour before, and I don't even know what to call it. I just remember fighting off this man with everything in my soul. And so he's sitting there like he doesn't have a care in the world, except he doesn't want me to tell anybody or say anything. So he's afraid of that. And so they nominate me to be vice president of the same committee, meaning work side by side with this nut job.
Ooh,
and so he sat there looking like I should say yes. You know what I mean? Like there was nothing wrong. Like he hadn't just brutally assaulted me a half hour before. Like my stockings are torn and you can't see because my skirt is long. You understand what I mean? So I'm sitting there humiliated, dignity gone. And he is sitting there like he doesn't have a care in the world. That's the most evil person I've ever met in my life, where you can sit knowing what you did, something criminal to someone, knowing I'm too young and I don't know what to do. I've never even been in that situation. By the way, I was a virgin, so I don't even know what to do. And so this is where Just One Thing, my book, Just One Thing, picks up when it talks about how did I break free? That's Harrio's question. How did I break free?
There you go.
Naturally, I told them, no, I wasn't going to serve with him. I wasn't going to, be on that committee anymore. But I carried that for 15 years by myself. I never told a soul. I couldn't talk to anybody. I would cry. I was going through all kinds of physical changes. I'd always been really svelte. I started gaining weight. I started just staying to myself and working all the time, night and day. And so right at that point, I was a professional engineer, successful, like I told you, but I prayed and I said, God, I need a change in my life. I'm not where I'm supposed to be. And maybe I just need to be out of that hellhole where he was in the next building still. Like he didn't have a care in the world. And so it was in that moment I have an epiphany that I was supposed to be in the entertainment industry. And so I didn't know anything about the entertainment industry. I didn't know anything about entertainers, but I was so open and ready to change my life, my lifestyle, where I was, how I moved, that I was willing to trust God by any means necessary. I was totally open to any blessings that came my way. So I understand when people say they feel trapped in a situation, you don't know what to do. And if you're involved with someone who's evil, who doesn't care about what happens to you, doesn't care about your mental well-being, doesn't care how they've been abusive to you mentally, physically, spiritually, and sometimes you feel trapped. So what was my breakthrough moment? Oh, go ahead, Harry.
I want to ask you, so, because that's something that we actually, I don't go deep into that, and I want to just
I've never told this story publicly before, ever. And I told the Cliff Notes version. It was way worse than what I'm telling. So, but I told the Cliff Notes version.
I can only imagine something like that, like something you totally not expecting, especially being around somebody that you at least trust to a certain degree. Like, dude, I know you, we work together, we on lunch break, fool, we get ready to go back to work.
To a meeting to talk about protecting employees, and you've just brutally attacked me.
So I totally get that. Now, my question is, because this is one of those things where, like a narcissist, they always have a very traumatic story for why they do what they do. I want you to tell us how going through that did not turn you into one of them. Because that's one of the things that people seem to not be able to correlate as to, because a narcissist, they always have this traumatic, well, this happened to me. Okay, so we just heard about a traumatic situation that happened to you. And did that turn you into a narc where you going out here to prey on people?
No. I mean, because I've always had soul, I've always had heart, and I'm not vindictive. I don't have a vindictive spirit, and I guess I'm very spiritually based. I just didn't know how to handle this, and I didn't know what to say. I felt like somehow it was my fault, and I was so young. I never experienced anything. I never had relationships. I hadn't had anything. He almost robbed me of all of that.
What made you feel start to feel guilty? Like, it something he was doing or just something you were
No,
questioning?
because I would ask other people, and they were saying, I was like, has anyone ever attacked you? Has anyone ever has anyone ever sexually assaulted you, or done anything inappropriate? I would say inappropriate. I would use terms like that because I didn't want them to think I was talking about me, because I felt ashamed. I didn't know how to feel. And so they were like, no, if you just do this and you set a standard for yourself, things like that won't happen. And people are giving you those type of answers, not knowing that you have been devastated and your life has changed forever. Not knowing that, so sometimes people say, things to you and they don't know what you're dealing with. They don't know how painful it is. They don't know how scared you are. They don't know any of that, so my turning point, how I got out, and looking back, I didn't even realize I was getting out. You know what I mean? Looking back, I just prayed. I was like, I knew I needed a change in my life. And I didn't necessarily associate it with that because I was burying that. And it changed how I saw myself. It changed how I carried myself. I felt like my dignity was snatched. I felt like my self-worth was in jeopardy. I felt like all of that. And I'd always been super secure, super, and even now, because I speak nationally and I've been blessed to have a company for 20 something years, but nobody knows the backstory. They got me to that point where it looks like I'm flying. You know what I mean? And sometimes I think you just learn to survive. I don't even know if I'm living, even though my life looks, dream to a lot of people. I don't know if I'm living or surviving. I think I've learned how to master surviving, and surviving with a smile, but I'm not where I was. And I've never been in a situation like that again, but it does something to your psyche. And so for me, I had to find something that brought me joy. Little did I know God taking me out of engineering and putting me into the entertainment world would bring me joy. Now, here's the thing. People think that my career is based on comedians, but no, those are the first people I met, the first people I worked with. So I worked with over 200 comedians. But I didn't realize until like recent years, it's 20 something years later, that was a healing thing. Because comedians are masters at taking pain and turning it into something that heals the world. And so that's what I've done with my company. That was my out. And so I took what was meant to kill me and used to be a blessing to other people. You know what I mean? So it was never a thought of mine to hurt someone else or to be that way to someone else. But I guess because of the heart, the spirit I was given, and being placed, taken out of one situation where I was probably losing my mind working at that job and being put into a foreign place and thriving. I was surrounded initially by comedians, and they know how to take their pain and turn it into something amazing. So the darker their lives, the funnier they are. And so somehow subconsciously they needed me business-wise. I needed them emotionally. That's the bond people see that's lasted 25 years. So they think I just met these people. I handed them their first mic. I negotiated their first deal, and so, but we were healing each other and didn't even know it, So that was my out. That was my saving grace.
That's big. I mean, to be able to have a story like that. But again, I like to show people it, like the people in my chat. I like to show them that, trust and believe everybody has a story. Everybody has gone through different things. And, we all, and one thing that, you spoke about in that was you got to a place where you even pointed the finger at yourself because you started to wonder what you did.
Yeah.
That's something that hinges all of us. It hooks us back into that craziness because, after we escape something, we'll start to still look back like, wow, so what did I do? What was going on with me, at this time in my life?
Well, because one of the things that happened that helped me was one, finding out for a fact that he had done this to other women at the job. So he had actually raped and assaulted other women at the job. And so I was probably one of the lucky ones that he was like a split second from totally brutalizing me.
Did they ever catch this guy?
So what happened was maybe like a year, and I dealt with it for like a year and a half in silence. And this guy came and he was interning, but he was working on his master's degree or something. So instead of, coming on as a full-time engineer, he was working part-time. So we just talked one day. We became the best of friends because I didn't trust men after that. For a long time, no one could look at me. They couldn't act like they were attracted. They couldn't act like any of that because that felt like you about to attack me. You know what I mean? So it did put that in my brain, so I understand when women or men feel a certain kind of way and that you have your triggers. Once you've been violated, once you've been abused, you have triggers that now make you seem like you're not adjusting to life. You know what I mean? And so you're trapped in that as well while trying to deal with getting out of situation and freeing yourself of something. You can't even figure out how you got into it. So I think one of the things I told him, I alluded to it and he finished my sentence. I said, how do you know? And he said, because other people have confided in me since I've been here. I've only been here 2 months. And so he reported it. And from what I understood, I know the guy lost his job. I don't know if he was prosecuted or what, but I know he immediately lost his job because this man came forth and told all the names of the women to get him fired and signed a non-disclosure.
Wow.
So it's not like the guy knew what happened. You understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. And he let them know what happened, who it happened to, and they signed an agreement where the information was never supposed to be released, what happened to who. But the man lost his job.
So basically, that's something that, we talk about when we try to describe a narc. Not all of them have successful careers, but some of them do have careers where they have a lot of influence.
Yeah, it was like the arrogance of what he would still walk down the hall and speak to me. And I was the one who was suffering because I was like 22 years old. He'd be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like nothing happened. Like we were cool. That's the craziness of it. You know what I mean? Who does that? And so meanwhile, I'm trying to keep my sanity and he's walking around like he doesn't have a care in the world and speaking to me like we're friends. Having to pass that person occasionally because they work in the other building. So, I mean, he wasn't on my team, but he worked in the other building. And so having to pass that person for over a year and a half before finally someone stood up for the women who were being assaulted at the job and by somebody in power. That's the narcissism of it all. You know what I mean? And then you walking around speaking like you ain't got a care in the world, like we cool.
Yeah, and I mean, and that's really when I talk about narcissism and a narcissist, that's what I'm talking about. Somebody who intentionally set out to destroy you.
Yes.
And that was his.
And it was because I said no. You know what I mean? So now you attack me. And I was friendly about it. I said, I understand if, you don't want to talk to me anymore or whatever. He said he had a crush on me. And I said, I understand if you don't want to talk anymore. I said, but I'm really not interested in anything. And I said, I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings or anything. 3 weeks later is when he attacked me.
That is crazy, man. And setback like he did nothing wrong. And that's that when we talk
about other people, you know what I mean? Like, like he didn't understand why I didn't want to take the position, to be vice president alongside of him.
Like, fool, you just tried to rape me and you
like 30 minutes earlier. Like literally, I didn't even get lunch that day because of the incident. We're late to the meeting. And so he's sitting there like he don't have a care in the world. Like he don't understand why I don't want to take on another position.
Mm-hmm. And see, that's what I'm saying. That's the sickness in the mindset of this monster that I'm talking about. We want to still act like, well, no, they're not monsters. They're just like us. And no, they're not. Mm-hmm. They're not just like us. How many people could do that? How many people could stomach that? How many people could just say, okay, you know what? Okay, he tried to rape you, but hey, let's just go ahead and finish this meeting and everything. Just brush that off, man. Don't worry.
Who wants pizza? I'm like, you know what?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the sickness of it all. But today is to motivate and inspire people to get past it. Once God gave me an out, I mean, I didn't even think about it. You know what I mean? Sometimes you're just moving and trying to survive. I just was open to any way God chose to bless me. And so when I went into the entertainment industry, I had no expectations. I never dreamed I would have an entertainment and sports management company. Never, ever. For 20 something years. I just knew I was going to be in a different arena.
Right,
You
right.
understand what I mean? I was going to be out of hell and somewhere else. And I was so open to it. And so then the blessings started to flow, but I didn't even think about it till years later that, the comedians I started off with, we healed each other. I'm helping them because they couldn't afford, some of the people you love and are celebrities now, they couldn't afford to do what they needed to do 20 something years ago. So I'm negotiating deals. I'm helping them get ready for shows. I'm doing this part. And meanwhile, they're teaching me how to laugh at your pain.
And
They're healing me.
I was actually, I talk to a few, influential people myself all the time, and I think that's just something that we all have in common. The main thing, the common goal is always we're searching for that happy place.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, and I've seen your show because I don't know if y'all have seen Char's show, but we got some heavy hitters on our show. I mean, any comedian or a lot of different personalities that I didn't even know you knew.
I got 3,000 numbers in my phone. God has been good.
So, but the thing is, I notice how they come into your show and it just turns into everybody is normal,
right?
Because we all, no matter what level you are on in this life, we all still share the same common ground.
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with manipulative people.
Mm-hmm.
We're dealing with people who are trying to destroy you financially, physically, mentally, people who are trying to manipulate, and they have been able to turn it into something that's funny, which helps us at the end of the day. It helps all of us when you
Mario, can I say this because they don't understand? There's two shows, so there's Just One Thing that's titled after my book, Just One Thing, and so that show is what Harrio was on. It talks about defining moments in your life. The show he was just talking about is called It Is What It Is: How Men Think About Love, Life, and Relationships, and so that's where all the celebrities are. And so I have like everyday people, and sometimes celebrities, sometimes public figures, but they got a story to share. And so they have something that was defining in their lives. Like my book talks about defining moments and how I made it through, that hell that I didn't even know I was in. It just talks about me starting my new journey and looking back 25 years later at look at all the blessings I've been through. Look at the highs, the lows, the fears, the frustrations, but I'm here. Mm-hmm. And so that's what my book talks about. So I wanted to do that for other people and showcase, how Harrio went from healing himself to being a blessing to thousands. And so that's what his episode was about, because I think it's so amazing to have a place to come on a daily basis and have someone who's been through what you've been through and been through craziness and insanity, and people just treating you other than what you would treat someone else. So I think it's amazing. That's why I wanted to have Harrio on and talk about what he does on a daily basis, because it takes a special heart. It takes a special focus to do that, and so I guess I do it on a different level, with the entertainers. And maybe that's why they seem so human on my show. So people always say I humanize people.
Oh, man. D-Ray on there with Cisco, and you just used to them people being in character.
Mm-hmm.
But and it wasn't just that show. It was a few other shows that I saw.
I had Ryan Davis, I had George Wallace, I had the legends on, Ernest Thomas. So they come through and they just kick it. It's just dudes kicking it, so there's no celebrity, because we work together. And so I know who they are as men. I don't know them as entertainers, because we're on the same playing field, so how they talk to me backstage is how they talk to me on the show. So that energy carries over.
And that's what I'm saying, to see how, they talk about their journeys, and
life, relationships, love, how they feel, what they're afraid of, what they never experienced, what they don't want to experience. They just talk.
But you know what? One thing that I think that all celebrities have in common, and that is that nobody believes that they have relationship issues like this.
Mm-hmm.
and all of them have him.
Because I asked, like I had Raheem Devon on and Keith Burke from the Have and Have Nots and Guy Torrey. And I said, do y'all even get rejected at this point in your careers? You know, so I'm asking questions you would ask, you know, any man. Not, you know, it's not a celebrity interview. It's just like barbershop talk, but I get to sit in and ask questions. So that's what the show is like, you know, so it's not a celebrity thing. It's just men that people will tune in to hear what they have to say. And they're shocked when they see, oh, they just regular dudes. So that's what it is.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I saw. I see that, you know, of course, they have a character, you know, that everybody knows them by, but at the same time, you know, and of course, I see it right here, you know, that everybody, but we all, the one thing I think that we all have in common is, you know, just finding that something reaching deep down inside your soul, or whenever you get to that place, and a lot of people are looking, like, what, you know, how did you get there? What did you do? You know, how did you stop thinking about? And I know, like, you know, that situation that you gave us, it's like that's something that is putting an imprint in your mind. You know, how do you get past that place of thinking about that obsessively and daily?
I'm gonna tell you this. It is, you take life a day at a time, sometimes a second at a time. You know what I mean? When you wake up another day, you're like, I'm gonna try it again. And that's how you do it. And so you can't say, oh, I'm gonna be fine now. You don't know, you know, because literally took 20 years for me to be able to, well, probably 24 years. Like I was probably like a year ago before I told that story, even parts of that story, without breaking down and crying. You know what I mean? That's when you know you healed. You know, when you can talk about it, you can use your journey to try to uplift or inspire, let somebody know you're not by yourself. And so it took 20 something years for me to stop crying as I talked about that event. So it's not all of a sudden, you know, you just fine and you don't have the abuse in your brain and you don't have the impact that someone treating you poorly has left on your soul. You just find a way to survive. And that's why I said, I don't know if I've mastered living, but I've mastered surviving. You know, I've mastered getting through the day, you know, and falling asleep at night and then try it again the next day. You know, so I'm being honest. That's why I decided, this is the first time I ever shared even part of that story live, but I decided to share it because I think it's imperative that if Harriet asked me to come back, that I have to connect on some meaningful way to let you know I get it. You know, I didn't want to just, you know, because it's like I was telling somebody, you can't speak to someone with any degree of authority if you haven't been through anything.
Whoa! Please repeat that.
All sacral, you know, all full of myself and, you know, self edifying, and act like I can't understand what you've been through. I can't speak with authority on you can make it if I haven't been through anything. So that's why I prayed about it. I decided to share enough of that story with you so you know I know what you're going through. You know what I mean? What it feels like, and that it can stay on your brain, it can stay on your spirit for 20 something years, but I'm not gonna stop getting up. You know, so I mean, it's, you can't control all the time what happens to you, but you can control how you handle it and how you feel about it. And when you're going to stop letting it, you know, take yourself out of a situation. I had to be removed from the situation so I could heal. You understand what I mean? And even then, it was still weighing on my spirit, but I decided I'm going to get up again tomorrow. I'm going to try it again. If today was a bad day, I'm going to try it again tomorrow. You know, and sometimes I was like, I'm going to smile or I'm going to think positive thoughts for an hour or 15 minutes or 5 minutes. I went through all kinds of stuff over the years that no one ever saw behind closed doors. You know, you're smiling on the outside, but inside you might still be tormented. You might still be fighting demons that you don't know how to let go, even though you're out of the situation, you know, and so it does impact how you feel about relationships. It does impact your future. It does impact how you engage with other people, you know? And so to be honest with you, I think it was like 7 years where I wore all black.
Ooh.
I wanted to fade to darkness. I wore black, all black. And nobody knew what was going on because I kept it a secret for 15 years. Nobody knew. So my mom is looking when I go visit her. She was like, "Do you have anything else besides black in your closet?" My whole closet was black.
Wow.
And so all I wore was black for 7 years. Black, no color. Every outfit, I had a closet full of clothes, all black, because I wanted to fade to darkness. It's a mental thing where you are subconsciously not wanting to exist or not wanting to be seen, not wanting to be acknowledged. Yet I work in a public arena. And so that's why I stayed behind the scenes. I've negotiated so many deals, it's ridiculous. I put so many people on TV, it's ridiculous. I've negotiated commercial deals, but I wanted to fade to black. I wanted to be in the background. I didn't want the attention, because something about being abused, even if it only happened once, makes you feel unworthy. Feel undeserving of attention.
Hold it. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. See, it's the little things that dealing with this devil, the little things that it takes from you. Right. So you're like, okay, you know what? I'm good. I want to put y'all in front of the spotlight. I want to put y'all here. I want to put y'all there. I don't really want that light. Yeah. When you and that's part of what dealing with a devil, this narcissist, that's what it's like. They want to steal your joy. They want to pull you out of the scenario so that even if you don't deal with them, you're going to be very hesitant to deal with anybody. And
I love you too, darling.
Like they want to pull you out of, they want to take you and make you put your mind in a place where you don't feel like you even deserve to look good or be better or be in a better place out there. You're scared. They want you scared to shine.
They want you scared to shine, and you don't even know what's happening to you. That's the thing. You don't even know that you're giving off this energy, and sometimes when you have a beautiful spirit and you have a nice smile, people don't know, because people look at the surface. So they think, you're happy-go-lucky. They're trying to, it was like during that 7 years of fading to black, where I thought I was okay. I didn't realize what I was doing, really consciously, but I knew I couldn't make eye contact with any man ever do it for 7 years, because I thought he was going to be attracted to me, or I thought he was going to attack me. I didn't want to. It's like, how they say don't make eye contact with certain animals because they'll attack. That's, I guess, subconsciously how I felt. Like if I make eye contact with a man, it's going to be all bad. And so it really messes with your dignity. It really messes with how you move. So even though I was smiling, even though I was, engaging, I'm in a public arena and a private pain for the better part of 15 years. It was at 7 years where I was wearing black. I wanted to fade to black, And my family started talking about me, and I would try to just cover. I wear all like oversized stuff, nothing fitted, just cover. I didn't want to be halfway sexy. I didn't want to be halfway cute at all. And so I didn't realize what I was really doing. And my brother was like, "Do you have anything that's not blousy?" And so my mom was like, "Why are you wearing all black? What are you doing?" And so I became self-conscious about my self-consciousness. So now I got to try to step out of covering myself so people stop talking about me. People close to me stop talking about me. So I started in certain colors and stuff, but I still wore blousy stuff. So I went from all black to blousy stuff, really loose fitting. So there was nothing sexy going on at all. It was damn near a choir robe. It was just, I just wear blousy shit.
Char, that's really exactly what I try to get at all the time with people who are going through something, and maybe not on that same level, but just on different levels. It's like they want a shame attached to it. And people, even though you were a victim of a crime. Yeah. Okay, that was a crime. So that's not just something you made it through. That was a crime. And yet, see how our mind will play tricks on us when we're thinking about it later on. Like, was it something I did? The first thing we do is question ourselves, and then we put ourselves in this place. And that's one of the things that I try to do with everybody is I'm trying to empower you, because I know that's how our minds work. Right. That's how our minds work. We start attacking ourselves. Like, man, well, maybe if I would have just, like that day, I shouldn't have even came to work, or I knew I shouldn't have went to lunch with that person. I knew I should have did. And it's like, no, you can't beat up on yourself because you can't control the crazy thinking, the magical thinking of a narcissist, a devil. This
You
is
can't
somebody who will
control.
destroy you.
Right. You can't control what they do. And I can't, I guess I can imagine being involved with a narcissist, but not in a relationship. So what happens is when you are assaulted or abused or traumatized, what
Mhm.
it does is it uncovers trauma you didn't know you had.
That's
So
right.
during that period, I was in a new relationship when I needed somebody to trust. So it really wasn't about being in a relationship. It was about feeling comfortable around somebody and also trying to feel worthy. Even though I wasn't coming out of a relationship, I was coming out of a situation that was horrible. And so I trusted the person I was in a relationship with. So one day I'm crying because I cried all the time back then. I was crying, telling him about what happened to me and
Mhm.
how I'm not dealing with it well. And I'm having a total breakdown on him. And I just start talking. He slams on the brakes and pulls over. He's like, "What did you say?" And so I was like, "I don't know." And so in the middle of my breakdown, I confessed something I didn't even realize happened to me, that I had been physically assaulted, abused as a baby,
Mm.
like from 18 months to 7 years old. I didn't even realize that. So he said, "What did you say?" And so in my mind, it only happened one time, but I told him it lasted 6 years.
Mm.
So I mean, so your mind, you have ways of trying to adapt, and sometimes I recognize it in young people now. I have people that are close to me. I work with a lot of young people, and I recognize the behaviors of abuse.
Mm.
Not what you think. Sometimes they're super withdrawn. Sometimes they're super antisocial at family events. Sometimes they go off and be by themselves in social gatherings. And you think, oh, they just shy. Oh, she just doing. No, no, no,
They done
no.
been through something.
Something happened. Because because it's an unworthiness. The same way I wanted to fade to black is the same way they want to fade to black when they're in situations, especially when the person is present.
Mm. And a lot of us don't catch that. People
Right.
around you don't know, and they
The
don't know
signs.
how to figure it out. Like,
They cry a lot also. They go away and they cry a lot. Young people who have been abused, they cry a lot. They isolate, and people think, oh, they just shy. They just emotional. No, they're not. No, they're not. you
wow.
know and so, but it doesn't manifest itself the way you think it will manifest itself. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? And so that's why people miss those signs. And so I see young people, and children, babies, they just love the hell out of me. And so kids I don't know all over the world. I've traveled the world. Little boy in Japan, he was like 2 years old, couldn't, maybe under 2 years old, couldn't talk, was walking, had a little ball. He left his parents, walked all the way across this thing to be with me and wouldn't leave. So we don't even speak the same language. And he was just right there and laid his head on my leg. So he wouldn't go back with his parents. I was like, "Baby, I can't take you." So we don't understand the same language, but they know what safe feels like. You know what I mean? Kids know what safe feels like.
You know what? Even as adults, we know
Right.
what
Yeah.
safe feels like because, the main thing that I want everybody to take away from your story was, hey, y'all, she went through something that is a life changer.
Mm-hmm.
She went through what most narcs claim happened to them, and that's why they are abusive. But she made it through, and it didn't turn her into one of these things.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing that I want everybody to be able to walk away from this with is, you know, they're going to give you these excuses about because they want you to feel sorry for them.
Mm-hmm.
But, look at what Shaw said she went through 7 years was just totally dedicated to, trying to get her mind right.
Right.
And wrapped around this
And it
whole
still wasn't right. I just felt more ridicule. So now I'm drawing attention to myself by being weird. You know what I mean? So I'm wearing all black. So I was drawing attention to myself. Like, don't you have any other clothes in your closet? So now I'm drawing attention. That's the opposite of what I want. I want you to ignore me. But they're not ignoring me. And they don't understand why I'm wearing black. One of the funny things is I never even thought about it until Janet Jackson had an expose interview about her sexual assault and sexual abuse and why she used to wear black in all her videos.
Oh, wow.
And so now she starts to wear more feminine stuff as she's into her 50s. But that means it took her that many years to heal. And when I heard her talk about her sexual abuse and why she wore black the majority of her career, that set off a light bulb for me. And I was like, man, I did that. And so I was like, you try to fade the, and she's on stage trying to fade the black. Yes, you still got to live your life. So you're surviving, but nobody knows because you're in the limelight, you know? So you smile all the time, you have no problems. They don't know what you are surviving. They don't know what you've been through. And like you asked me last time, like, when's the next book coming out? I was like, I got to relive some stuff to go through another book. You know what I mean? So I was like, you know, you got to, writing a book is one of the hardest, most rewarding things I've ever done.
Yeah.
You know? But giving meaning to this book, just one thing. When I talk about in there, you asked me something about when you recover and how do you get through it. One thing I will share with you all, and if you all can take this with you, I told you about the pain. I told you about the abuse. I told you about being put in a new situation that gave me hope. But this is the thing. If you can find enough courage to commit to you, to commit to what is something that you love, something that you enjoy, something that's a breath of fresh air for you, something that, you know, don't look at the future, just commit to have enough courage to experience it. Commit to the experience of something new. What happens is you develop a different type of strength. So whatever I've been through, it's not as bad as anything that could possibly happen next. You understand what I mean? And so people are like, how'd you deal with that? You don't know what I've been through. You know what I mean? So one of the things I learned, you know, I've done some sports management and done some marketing and stuff like that for private clients. I worked with the Mayweathers, Floyd Jr., Floyd Sr., Roger, and Jeff for 7 years. And one thing I learned from being around the Mayweather men is that the reason he has never lost a fight is because the training is far worse than the fight. So he doesn't get ready because he stay ready. They all work out, even through sickness. Even when Roger was sick, he was still working out. They don't get out of shape.
And you know what, Char?
He was still in the ring up until Senior took over the last, you know, year or two of Floyd's career. They don't have to get ready because they stay ready. You know, and the training is far worse than the fight. So whatever you're going through right now, you are going to be equipped to deal with whatever comes next. Because your blessing, you're going to glide through it. Even if it has little trials, even if it has little tribulations, even if it has little unexpected moments, you're going to glide through. And they're like, well, how are you handling that? You don't know what I've been through. You don't know what I've been through.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm so glad you said it exactly the way you said it. Everybody in the chat, I want to see y'all hearts up because that's what we doing here every single day we in here. You're not going to go through this ever again. Why? Because you stay ready. You are in here right now sharpening your tool.
Yes.
Yeah, you're not going to take no more on the chin because at the end of the day, you right here, right now, 4 or 5 days a week, we in the gym, we sparring, we getting ready because life ain't finished throwing narcs at us. It ain't finished throwing manipulative people at us.
Harriet, can I propose this if they're open to it?
Give it
you
to
all need to be with Harriet at least 6 days a week. One day a week, come look at my Just One Thing show that will encourage you and let you know that people are getting through stuff, that they are having breakthroughs, that they've been through stuff that will make you be like, oh my God. You know, I think I've been through stuff, but when I interview these people who have had life-changing moments, life or death moments, I realized I can get through anything. I thought I was going to be encouraging them, but they're encouraging me. You know, one woman told me a story that left me like, what'd you say now? And I thought I'd heard everything. You know, she was basically, they basically tried to cut her in half physically. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Somebody's trying to cut you in half
yeah.
spiritually. That's what I'm saying. Come hang out with me at least one afternoon. You don't have to miss anything Harry-O does, but I got stories that will help you on your journey to recovery,
Let's
stories to inspire and uplift you while you're
check
still
it out.
doing your homework with Harry-O.
Hey,
And
listen,
so
so
that's what my show is for.
what days are you putting your are you going live on YouTube?
I go live on YouTube 8 o'clock on Thursdays and Fridays, sometimes Wednesdays, because it's a new platform, just one thing. But
Okay.
it's life-changing moments. But you can always come watch the playback. So just subscribe and just come watch the playback. Hang out with Harry-O all 7 days.
Hey, hold on, hold on. So this is your this is your YouTube channel right here.
At Char-Town ENT is all platforms, but
Go.
YouTube also.
Go.
Or you can just hit Char-Town Entertainment for YouTube, and you should be able to find me. But subscribe and come watch it later and be uplifted. Once you get your vitamins from Harry-O, come get your upliftment from me. So how to keep going? Just
We
some
gonna
inspiration.
we gonna keep it going. And hey, y'all, I first again, as you always do, we surely appreciate you coming through and blessing the mic on this Sunday. I surely appreciate it. And everybody, I want y'all to go check her out, man. Y'all gonna love the show because you're gonna see some of your favorite people that you
Yeah.
are watching.
So the other show is It Is What It Is, How Men Think. That will make you laugh, educate, inspire you. You'll see your favorite entertainers in a light you never saw them before. The other show, Just One Thing, both of them are on my YouTube channel. But Just One Thing, that is to uplift, inspire, and let you know you can and you will make it. You'll get through it. Because there's some stories some people are sharing that will make you think, if they got through that, I know I can get through this. And so that's what the show is for. So come through, watch the playback. You know, just subscribe, watch the playback. Support me.
Hey man, hey
Oh,
look,
and pick up the book. Pick up the book. Pick up the book.
just, just
Just one thing.
put it in the chat. Put it in the chat, y'all. Hey,
Okay.
again, thanks for coming out and giving us that today. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, another beautiful Sunday. Again, I thank everybody who has come in, like the video, subscribe to the channel. All my new subscribers, I appreciate all of you. Everybody go over there and show Shaw some love, man. I'm telling you, y'all gonna love the show. You're gonna love the show. Yeah, I even check the show out myself. You know what I'm saying?
You really support.
And I just don't be out there like that, you know. But again, hey, everybody, listen, tomorrow night, we're going to get it in. We're going to have that Monday motivation. I got a special coming up for y'all this month. Yes, indeed. This is an incredible month of March. Oh, this might be the favorite March month I've had in, my whole life, man. This is a serious one for me, y'all. I mean, just got a whole lot going on. So I'm gonna check y'all out tomorrow night, 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Can I share this?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I keep forgetting because I was getting sidetracked. We were talking about all kinds of stuff. You know, I always want to leave them with gems and with jewels and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
come on.
how did I know I was healed? Because someone just said, that reminded me, Char's smile lets me know she's okay. But let me tell you what I did. So I wrote the book. I started a 501c3. That was the first thing I did for me. You know what I mean? It meant something to me. I wasn't pushing another celebrity's career. I wasn't standing behind somebody, making sure they're good. Because that's still another form of enslavement, not shining, being afraid to shine. You know, even if you're doing a good job, even if you're getting paid top dollar, you are still not trying to be seen. You're still not trying to shine. You're still trying to fade to black. I now wear bright colors and, cute stuff, but I'm still trying to fade to black because I'm still wanting to be in the background of greatness. Do you follow what I'm saying? Like, I want to push other people so no one's paying attention to me because I'm still not worthy of adulation. I'm still not worthy of love. I'm still not worthy of applause. I'm still not worthy. So when I stretched out on faith and I started my 501c3, that was for me. That was something that had my name on it, that I wanted to give back to the community. But it was mine. Nobody else's name was on that. It was something I created. And I was in the forefront of that. And so then I wrote my book. And my name was on that book. not in association with, not also, and not introducing. It was Charmel McMillan. That's my book. And so when people started showing love, when people started buying up the book, and it sold out the first time, then it sold out the second time, then it sold out the third time. That was the most freeing feeling. And let me tell you, when my back was against the wall, I talked to y'all about this last time. When your back is against the wall, that's God's time to show up and show out. Ooh. And so I didn't panic when, all the industry, the entire entertainment industry shut down. And my clients still aren't performing because they play arenas. And so I didn't panic. I said, God, what's next? And so that's when I started producing the shows. Do you realize that writing the book was step one of being in the forefront and people looking at me and me not feeling any type of way? And then the second phase was I'm producing my own shows. And so they're about me. Mm-hmm. And people are like, oh, I love your show. I love this. And I feel I'm taking it all in. That's the healing. Hey, that's when God shows up and shows out. That's the completion. When you feel worthy of people loving you back. When you feel worthy of not only loving yourself. I had to love myself first because it takes courage to jump out there. Mm-hmm. Once you do, even the fear of, well, I wonder if they're going to buy this. I wonder if this is going to happen. I wonder if they're going to love it. I wonder if they're going to do this. If you can get the courage just to jump out there, just to jump out, you ain't got nothing to lose. Your heart has already been broken. Woo! You've already been abused.
You done already
talked about. They've already taken advantage of your love. You ain't got nothing to lose. What else you got? Jump out there and take a chance on you. And that's what I did. In writing my book, I took a chance on me, and people rocked with it over and over and over and over again. And I was like, wait a minute. And so then I finally felt ready, because 10 years ago, this is the backstory that you don't know, Harriel. 10 years ago, I produced a radio show called It Is What It Is, made someone else the host. Same show I'm producing now. I produced and created 10 years ago, made someone else the host because I need to be in the background. Remember, I'm not worthy of being out front. Foxhole, Vice President of Programming at XM Sirius, came to me and said, I want to put your show on Foxhole. This is 10 years ago. And I said, no. I said, I don't want to hurt this person's feeling by taking them off my show. But the real was, I didn't want to be in the forefront. I was still fading to black. Wow. I didn't feel worthy of them saying my name. I didn't feel good about having the love showered on me that I'm pushing other people to get love and receive it. And so finally, I believe in myself. I believe in the God that I serve, and I believe in every piece of my destiny, and I'm living on purpose. And so that's why I use as a theme when I promote the show, Fantasia's I Believe. Finally, I waited all my life for this moment to arrive.
Wow. That was powerful. Shaw came with the smoke today, y'all. Brought God in with her. And you know you're going to win every time when you walk in the room and you got God with you. Because that's what we doing over here every single day. Hey, listen, thanks again. And yeah, we'll be calling you again. Hey, man, it was a great time. It's always fun.
Thank you.
The hour will be going that fast. Goodness gracious.
Don't forget, support me.
And she got a YouTube and a Facebook group as well that she's showing the show on, that she does the show live on. So catch her on one of the two.
Yes.
And hey, look, I'm gonna catch everybody tomorrow night at 9:00 because we going in the paint. And we not going to stop. We're going to spar every day because you're going to forever be ready.
Oh, thank you. They're so sweet. Look at them, Harriel. Thank you so much, Charlotte. I appreciate Charlene. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Ernie.
Yes, it is. Charlotte came with it here today. That's right.
Thank you. Michelle, thank you, love.
They do it. That's how they do it. Y'all go over there and y'all just hit that like, hit that subscribe. You know
I appreciate you. And yes. I mean, really, the book kind of chronicles and is a Rodney Perry from Coming to America too. If you've been watching it, he did a testimonial on it. He said it's a lesson in faith. That's what my book is. So it will encourage you. It will let you know about my highs, my lows, my fears, my frustrations. It's not a watch me win. It's a watch the journey to what God does. And so that's different. You know what I mean? So everything that I said today is reemphasized in a different way, in a very real way in the book. So hopefully it'll be a blessing to you. I hope you got something out of it today. It was my pleasure. Just support me and let me show me some love. That's all I asked for.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, indeed. Hey, y'all heard her. I think you said Thursdays at 8 o'clock.
Thursdays at 8 o'clock, but they can watch the playback. I don't want to interfere with anything you are doing. So Thursdays at 8, Fridays at 8. Those are the definite days.
Until 9, so we good to go, baby.
Yeah, and so also sometimes Wednesday, depends on how many guests I have, but definitely Thursdays and Fridays every week. And, just subscribe. You'll get the notifications if we do a special episode, or you'll see the playbacks.
There you go. There you go. Hey, y'all, thank you. Appreciate you. And I'm going to see y'all tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. All right.